Today I'm going to try doing something that I've never done before. I'm going to put a Madrone log on the sawmill and make some lumber out of it. But in order to do that, I need to have a Madrone log. I don't have a Madrone log, I only have a Madrone tree. We need to start by turning this tree into a log. The reason I want to cut this tree down is because it's dying. As if you've ever heard me say anything like that before. Top of it's not looking so good. Now to get it out of here, we'll go over there and get the tractor. We've had a few dry days. This spot here, it's getting to the time of the year where it's starting to get some sun. I think it's dried out enough to where we can get the tractor in here without doing too much damage. I haven't even started the tractor since November. It's February now. Let's go see if it'll start. It has a hollow spot on the butt end of it. And the bottom couple feet of it has a little bit of a crook up, a pistol butt. I'll cut that off. Then we have a pretty straight 8-foot log here. Somebody parked all these Douglas fir logs right in the way, and they didn't get around to milling them up before doing this. That helicopter's been flying around making all kinds of racket. Madrone is a very dense, very hard wood. It's a broad-leafed evergreen. Only grows here on the West Coast. It can make some beautiful lumber, but it's not real common to mill this stuff into lumber. It's probably its most common use is firewood. Many people would argue this is the best firewood we have on the West Coast. Some might even say it's the best anywhere. One of the reasons it's not commonly milled into lumber is it is well known for being very hard to dry without warping and cracking. But keep in mind, who are the people who are trying to mill and dry this stuff? It's West Coast people. We come from a world of Douglas fir and pine. What do we know about drying hardwood lumber? Not a whole lot. If you were to give a Madrone log to an East Coast sawyer, he'd probably be able to mill it up, dry it as straight as an arrow with both hands tied behind his back. Out here, we just don't know what we're doing. It has a lot of colors in it. It still has a little bit of a hollow spot in the middle. On the top end, we're getting into the part that was dead. It looks a little ugly on the end, but it might surprise us when we cut into it. For most of you, I'm guessing milling Madrone will be a new experience. It is for me too. This is my first. Let's start slicing and dicing, see what we can find. My first impression, cuts like a dream. I have a 7-degree double hard Woodmizer blade. I had an idea it would cut like butter. It's the same way with a chainsaw. If you have green Madrone, it just cuts like butter. But after it dries, it really hardens up, then it's hard to cut. I'll bring you in for a closer look. Here's where the dead wood meets the green wood. We'll take the first slab off. Okay, now we're getting into some more colorful wood. That dead wood's where all the color is. We'll flip this over, have a go at the other side. This cut's so nice. I think Madrone may be my new favorite wood to mill. I've never dried Madrone lumber before. I don't know what's going to happen to these. They may just twist up like pretzels and become worthless, but this sure is an enjoyable wood to mill. This is what Madrone lumber looks like. These are 1.5 inch thick pieces. A couple different people who work with Madrone lumber have told me just cut them extra thick because they're going to move, then you can plane them down. And it wouldn't be right to cut some nice hardwoods without doing the water test. Ooh, look at that. That really brings out the colors. That is some beautiful wood. And out here, we don't usually cut these into lumber, we just cut them into firewood. That's typical, something a West Coast guy would do. After these dry, we might find out why it is that we just cut these into firewood. I've been told the way to get Madrone to dry straight is to sticker it and put a lot of weight on it. So I'm going to sticker these on the bottom row of this trailer. Then I'll pile a bunch more lumber on top of it to weigh it down. If I had any sense at all, I would probably seal the ends of those with anchor seal. Maybe later. Back here at the tree, That dead wood cut a lot better than I expected it would, and it looked a lot better than I expected it would. I think I can get one more 8-foot log out of it. That would include this crotch. Probably has some good figure in there. I don't have time for that today, but something else for my to-do list. A dead branch like this that's been sticking up in the air. That's going to be some good dry prime firewood. The standing dead wood is called silver madrone. It weathers to this, I always thought it was more of a gray, but they call it silver. I'm going to drag this down the hill, cut it up into firewood, put it in the wood stove and burn it tonight. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.